Good evening, everybody, and welcome to an episode of Unturned. Wow, excuse me, Compass Curiosities. Sorry, getting my bearings here again. My guest has not shown up yet, so I'm just gonna go a little freestyle here for a few minutes. Seeing if I have to pivot here or not, I'll give him a couple minutes and see if he jumps back on. Damien, good to see you. Kimberly, thank you. Rob, great to see you guys again. Ashley, what's up? So I want to start off real quick by saying the video you guys just watched is the intro. A little outdated. Need to get it adjusted. I'm working on that right now to get that fixed and reacclimated to the new format of things going on here. So I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsors, Jeff and Ashley. I know Ashley's listening. Um, but we have the Maine Paranormal and Horror Con happening up in Augusta, Maine. September 6th and 7th, 2025. And the guest list, if you have not seen it already, you know, it has definitely blown me out of the water. You have some of the greatest people coming up together. You have um oh God, Bob Elmore from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's coming. We have I know Matt Warner's going to be there. Myself, I'm going to be there. Um, there's going to be a lot of people there. I know Jeremy Cotter is going to be there. He's going to be speaking on a panel with Jeff, Matt, myself, and Jeremy about the paranormal. So definitely check them out. If you guys want any cool bracelets, I got them all right here. I got a couple right here. He dropped them off to me. So I mean, you got the skulls, you got the paranormal and horror con on it. So if you guys want one, get a hold of me. I'll get you in touch with Jeff and I'll get everything figured out. But we'll give a couple away tonight. Also, Kimberly Ann, Empowerment Photography. Want to give her a big shout out. She has gone full time into the photography now. That's happened over the period that I've been gone. So, congratulations to her. The best success to her. I hope she has an amazing time. And here comes the train. And since I'm the only one on the air, I can't mute. But um, as I said, much success to her. I hope she does an amazing job. Um, and if she's done anything over the next 2 years in the future, as she's done previously in the last 2 years, she's going to do an absolute amazing job. She's going to knock this absolutely out of the park. Um, and on the flip side of that, also want to give another shout out to one of my other sponsors, Get Moderated, right here on the Get Haunted Network on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m., hosted by Ian and Julie. Um, great two people there. They actually have a few tricks up their sleeve that they're going to start doing. Um, but definitely a great show to check out on Tuesday evenings. And I believe you can catch them on Spotify and YouTube and things like that as well. So if you missed it, you can definitely check that out. Um, so guys, since Santi, unfortunately, has not responded to any of my messages yet, we'll just kind of freestyle it here a little bit and kind of get you guys caught up. Yeah, okay, Kim. Hey, Josh. I've been following you for the animal podcast and everything. You're doing killer work out there. You guys are awesome. Um, let's see here. Oh, we got Richie B in the house. We got Wojo in the house. Thanks for coming in, guys. Definitely Saturday. You guys have your 1 year anniversary show coming up. Definitely head on over to Richie B, Banter with Richie B. Check that out. And their 1 year anniversary definitely is coming up here soon. Um, so definitely check them out, and should be a good time. Just tried to contact Santi by phone, did not pick up. So, like I said, we'll just freestyle here a little bit. If anybody wants to jump in with me here a little bit and just shoot the shit a little bit, feel free to do it. I'll send you the link for it. Um, oh, Richie B, you already know. No pants, but I got the blanket. New England, man. It's 18 degrees outside right now, but I refuse to turn my heat on yet. So I'm toughing it out. I don't know. Should I start this like the Steve video from Blue's Clues? How are you guys doing? I know it's been a while, but I didn't forget about you guys. You know. So how are you doing? How's your lives going? It's my best Steve impression, so take it or leave it. Taco Monday. Yep. So Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 year anniversary for Banner with Richie B. I was there when that show first took off the ground, and seeing him grow to the heights he has been absolutely amazing. And him bringing on Wojo into the show was a fantastic idea. Those two over there have been killing it with the videos and everything like that. So another shout out to Josh Adia with the Animal Podcast again on Get Haunted. He's definitely been killing it. He's been picking up some momentum in the podcast field. So definitely check out those shows. Um, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Um, it's been just absolutely awesome. Um, I don't know if you guys follow me on my Facebooks, or my Facebooks, yeah, excuse me, my Facebook or not. Um, but I started a new thing called the Tales of the Elevated Husband. So it's a little thing I do every once in a while just to kind of break up the monotony of the drama and the havoc and the craziness of life. So after my last, I'll give a little background real quick because you'll see him pop up. Um, but after my last surgery I had back in April of this past year, um, I didn't want to be prescribed any narcotics, anything like that. So my doctor told me to try medicinal use. So I did, and I tell you what, it has been a game changer. Anybody out there, I was against it completely 100% before. I am not against it now. Like honestly, like it's one of those things that I just um I partook, I enjoyed. It actually helped me a lot with the pain, the anxiety, and the depression and everything like that. So I am definitely a supporter. But anybody else out there, I don't judge you for you saying no or anything like that, because trust me, I was like that for a long, long, long time. Oh, and the moderator has jumped on with me now. Fantastic. You know what? When one guest goes down, you have another one pop up. So definitely a good surprise to have my good friend Ian Murphy jump in here with me for a little bit, and we'll just shoot the shit a little bit, talk about a couple things going on, and you know, we'll go from there. Uh-oh.
I was just jumping on.
Oh,
I will be back on. Just give me 2 minutes. Got to get ready.
not a problem. All right. Well, there you have it. You heard it from the man himself. Um, hey now, Wojo. You know what? The bald kind of grew on me a little bit, so I can't say it was all bad. Damien, am I planning any investigations for this year, or are they hold until next year? Well, I guess since we only have about a month left in the year, and over here in New England, it's starting to get a little bit on the cold side, I guess you could say. Um, I don't have anything set up this year. This is normally kind of when we go into our dormant period, kind of just um, stick to local places that actually have heat and things like that, not putting ourselves through the ringer or anything. So it's it'll be interesting to see. Ian just asked me if I wanted. We have a local place here called the Heart Stuff Hall that's run by Warner Paranormal Preservation Society, and I forgot about them in the beginning of the sponsorship video. I am so sorry, Matt. I know he's on his way back over from across the pond over in Scotland. Um, yeah, Damien, my buddy Matt was over on your side for a week now, but no, I mean that's kind of always the way I've been. I've kind of always went into a dormant nature during the winter. Um, I mean, I grew up in the snow belt. The cold really doesn't bother me that much. Now that I'm getting older and everything, it's bothering me a little bit more. But it is what it is. But No, normally right around like end of March, early beginning of April, we'll start investigating again because that's when things are starting to thaw out a little bit. Temperatures starting to get a little bit warmer. So, but no, nothing lined up, nothing big yet. Nothing crazy. So, um, and I'll bring in the other half of this show, which would be Mr. Ian Murphy of Get Moderated himself.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Thank
I
you.
hate
Thank
to
you.
I hate to jump in right before you started belting out the title song from Frozen. You know, the cold never
Hey,
bothered me anyway.
I said the cold didn't bother me that much.
Well, I mean,
It is not copyright infringement. I changed up the words. Leave it alone.
fair enough.
We got
So,
Kaylee Bassinger in the room. Kaylee, thank you so much for coming. Wade Kirby, thank you so much. Ian, you look like a Christmas decoration.
well, I am rocking a Hawaiian shirt for no reason
Per
today.
per Rob, he says you look like a Christmas decoration.
Well, fuck you, Rob. I look like me. Uh, ignore my double presence here. I am trying to do this with a very hack setup. I am not normally. I'm not normally at home.
Ian jumped on and saved my ass. We'll just put it that way. So we're gonna bear with him a little bit, and we'll cut him some slack.
I'm gonna see how much more I can push this out. Yeah, so I am dealing with a computer and a phone and everything like that. Normally, I don't.
You look like you're standing up.
Sarah, because I am a giant. It's been a while since you've seen me, so I think you forget how imposing I am and how domineering and terrifying I am. Yeah.
I almost had to take myself off camera so I wasn't laughing. No, no,
Yeah, no, it's all
you
camera
got that.
angles. It's all,
Uh,
yeah, that is true, Rob. That is true. We're gonna put that one up there. Uh, yeah, no, it's all camera angles. I'm effectively channeling Peter Jackson right now and just playing with angles and different things.
so just
Uh,
imagine Ian as Frodo, and this is the camera look that Peter Jackson had to go with. Oh,
yeah,
look,
it's
stay on with us, Ian. Santi just popped on.
Oh, excellent. All right, there he
All
is.
right, there he is.
What's up,
Santi,
dude?
what's going on, my friend?
How are you guys doing? I'm sorry I was late. I was involved in something.
No worries at all. No worries at all, my friend. Always have a plan B.
Hey, you're growing hair. You're growing a beard.
It's back, man. It's back.
His leg hair's still gone though.
Is he still bald?
No, he's got most of it back.
It's a slow chia pet process, but we love it.
Hey,
Hey.
Russ, real quick, and Santiago, I apologize real quick. Got to do this for Rob. How's the leg hair coming in? We got to show some calf. I got most of it back. It looks normal now.
I grow hair and then I get bald and then grow hair and get bald. So I'm out in the beautiful winter of Tennessee outside in front of semi trucks.
You down there working on a project?
Oh man, no, I'm actually, as people don't know, I work at UPS at night sometimes to get some health insurance to cover my family.
Yeah.
And I've been off for about 3 months from filming, which I'm still doing like pre-production stuff and post-production for stuff that's going to be working on next year. And, but lately I've just been a family guy, just hanging out and keeping myself busy. So I just work at night, play an elf. I'm playing an elf.
You gotta love it. You definitely gotta love it. But you're on the clock right now, Santi. I feel bad for taking up your time.
Oh, dude, I run this place a little bit. A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, so we're good. Don't worry about it, man.
All right, so we'll do a quick interview here, real quick. We'll run down a couple things with you. So you got Hi-Yah Nation going on here. Explain to everybody what Hi-Yah Nation is.
Well, the Hi-Yah Nation came from an experience I had personally. Most people don't know is that I tried to commit suicide numerous times, about 5 times in my life. I've been through depression, through PTSD since, I mean, when I was a little kid, I got sexually assaulted. I've been through a lot of abuse. And then I joined the military, got a little bit of crazy on that, and I decided to take my life one more time. And what happened is I was out in the middle of a field, and I decided to take my life and pretty much asked God to take this pain away, or I was going to take it away. Said a amen, hallelujah. I yelled Hi-Yah. And ever since, man, it kills negativity. It made my life feel wanted. It made me worth living. It helped me motivate myself in everything I do. I yell it wherever I go to kill negativity, to give me peace, to give me strength. And from this day, man, everybody's like, Hi-Yah, Hi-Yah, and it carries, it carries a lot in my life because I still deal with depression. I still deal with a lot of PTSD and so forth, and I try to control that. I try to strengthen myself. And with me building this Hi-Yah Nation, not only does it comfort me uh, through podcasts and writing and a whole bunch of stuff, but the feedback, doing podcasts with you guys and having people respond to me and me conversating with people who are going through some stuff, and I continue to deal with that. I help people out that lived under a bridge, people that were homeless, people that had addiction. I deal with people who were trying to commit suicide, people that needed rehab. And all the money I collect from the Hi-Yah Nation, I disperse it. I disperse it to help people out. I disperse it to continue my merchandise and marketing and to grow an anti-bullying program, to grow live events in reference to it and big shows and so forth, man. It's just a constant thing. People always ask me, am I doing it for money, man? I got money. I'm not rich, but I got money. I'm a 100% disabled veteran. The only reason I work at UPS is to save insurance money for my grandbaby, my daughter, and my wife and so forth. But other than that, man, I live a great peaceful life when I do entertainment. But I just can't sit around knowing that, if I'm hurting, I need to help people. I need my help. And when I meet you guys at conventions and shows, man, that's medicine. That's therapy for me. So I mean,
Yeah.
it grows and it builds a good network.
Well, good. And I know you talk a lot about that in your book, A Veteran's Homecoming, about the PTSD and adjusting coming back. And I've read excerpts of it and everything, and it's a fantastic book.
I wrote a veteran's homecoming after my best friend and military brother committed suicide, and then I had another platoon brother commit suicide, and I lost two of my military brothers. This is all in the same platoon, you guys. So I mean, I lost them through war, and I wrote a story. I wrote a story with some of the truth in it, and I wore some kind of stuff that I made up. I wanted to give a good feeling. I think Hollywood makes money off of terrorizing and making veterans look like shit and evil and crazy. And I decided to write a book to show that we're all human. We just got issues that we gotta balance our minds and our soul. And I created this book, and it's almost like my own version of "It's a Wonderful Life" meets "Highway to Heaven" kind of deal. But it's for everybody. It's literally something to motivate yourself to say that you can live life, you can follow your dreams, and you can always be you.
Of course, and that's something we all need to remember. And I know you do a podcast, a daily podcast, that's High on Nation, and it's talking about motivational and men's mental health, which is so important.
Right. I do. The reason why I do it in the mornings is because we're filled with a lot of negativity in the morning. We got the news, we got the
Yep.
wars, we got the politics, we got different things going on, and it's always a conveyor belt of life. It's just like everybody's told what to do. And I create a morning podcast and it's called the Hi-Yah Nation. It's a Facebook Live, Spotify, and it's all made to support, to heal your PTSD, your depression. I joke around. I invite the whole listening audience. If you comment, I'm going to pick on you, or I'm going to talk to you, or I'm going to know more about you. I support small businesses and entrepreneurs through it. And I continue to do that every morning for at least an hour or so. And then let the afternoons and everybody else have a good day. Do podcasts like this and continue to work on different marketing and merchandise for mental health and anti-bullying, like my Hi-Yah Nation hats, the
Yes,
black light
sir.
and glow in the dark hats.
Yes, sir. You did a custom Pennywise one for me.
Yes, yes. And what's good is that they're all custom. So if someone's like, I like this Pennywise, I want a Pennywise, I got to redraw, I got to repaint, I got to do everything, so everything is one of a kind. And I did that. So people don't know the story about these hats is when I got out of the military, I was so suicidal that I wrote things on hats to motivate me to live life, to follow my dreams, to never give up, to always your negativity will not break me. And from the words to the motivation, turn to drawings and paintings. And, people let me do their logos. I do a lot of haunted attractions, and people have customized. I do stuff on conventions and so forth.
That's awesome. I mean, and I know a lot of people that have ordered the hats from you. So tell people where they can get them, or get
Man,
them.
you could literally holler at me through social media. You holler at me, say, hey, man, I love the Dallas Cowboys, or I love paranormal, and I have a logo, and, just holler at me. And I always hook it up. They take 2 days to make because they're neon black lights, so they glow in the dark, and also their black light effect. So they take me 2 days to paint, draw, and, get them out shipment. It's free delivery. I ask for $40 a hat. Um, if people are like paranormal teams, if I get 10 or more, I put a discount on it, so I continue to do it. It's always 100% support. It's about the message.
Yes, sir. 100% always is. Ashley said you're going up to her and Jeff's event next year in Maine, the Maine Paranormal and Horror Con.
Yes. So
She said make one for the event next year.
it's September 19th to the 21st. It's the Scared City presents the Hi-Yah Nation horror convention show. I bring in celebrities. I bring in, and it's made for vendors, you guys. So it's a cheap table for vendors, maybe $110 for a whole weekend. I get like 20% off the hotel for all the vendors. We got VIP stuff. We do live wrestling. We do a movie horror night. We do a karaoke, cosplay networking party. We got rage rooms for people that want to just get out their depression and break things. We got escape rooms. We got motivational speakers. And again, we got over 100 vendors. And we throw a show the whole weekend, man. So it's made, that's one of the things I'm having right now trouble is because I have a lot of great friends that are celebrities, and a lot of people are busy, and then people want certain celebrities to come in and they cost a little bit, but I don't want to take away what it's made for. So I don't want to pay a lot of money for a celebrity and it hurts the vendors. You know what I'm
Of
saying? Because
course.
I don't want to try to do that, and I keep the tickets cheap. I get people to come out. We're having we got half price right now for tickets, and we just push it, man. It's me and my good business partner, Scott Bainey, for Scared City Haunted House. We'll have the haunted house open. So I am continuing to build it. I'm trying to get it all together, but it's our third year. The first year I didn't lose no money. The second year I didn't lose no money. People don't make money until like their third year. So we moved it from July to September to celebrate the paranormal and the haunt season. So hopefully
Nice.
we get a lot of great people to come out, man.
Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic time. That would be awesome to do. Let's see here. We have was it the Haywood Comic Con you're doing in March?
Yes, Haywood Comic Con. So I do conventions, but I also support the small, medium conventions that do great things to help charities and veterans and homeless and children and so forth. So Haywood Comic Con is near Memphis, Tennessee. In Haywood, I go there and man, I'm just going to go out and do motivational speaking, sign autographs. And by then, you know, if people don't know, I filmed 6 movies and 2 TV shows. So next year is going to be a lot of Santi out in streaming and selected theaters. So I'm promoting a lot of my stuff too.
And of course, people would know you mainly from AMC's Walking Dead. Was
So
that
I
your
got a
first?
TV show, Julio.
Okay.
So we're doing a mini series, fan film. We're gonna get the Indiegogo out. We're working with sponsors right now, but we're gonna do a Julio mini series, 8 episodes with Sci-Fi Channel's Rick Prince, and some great friends of mine that worked on The Walking Dead, and we're gonna film it out in Pleasant View, Tennessee. So get it ready, man. We're gonna after the holidays we'll have the crowdfunding. It's like 6,000 an episode. We got a lot of sponsors. We got a lot of cool things. And it's going to be legit. It's going to look as good as what you see on AMC.
Awesome. That sounds like a fantastic thing. So like again, since you're at work, I'm just gonna touch on a couple things again, and we'll let you go so you get back to work there.
Yeah, I'm good, man. So I just want to let everybody know, man, it's the real deal. You know, I deal with paranormal investigations. I got 24 Hours in Hell that I did at Hell House out there in Lehighton, Pennsylvania. It's if you guys are big on paranormal, man, we stayed there almost a whole year filming and getting a lot of great evidence. And you guys will have the opportunity to see that next year. I'll be at, of course, Gettysburg Bash. Love you guys at Gettysburg. I'll be out there with the paranormal family. And we're going to be introducing some more great stuff that we're doing in the paranormal world. We're actually investigating with some production company, untouched facilities where nothing been investigated. People's houses, property, farm, scenes of accidents, and totally different, man. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And of course, all the great movies and shows that'll be out next year, man. I got 2 Indiegogos going on right now. I hope everybody checks out Cruel Summer 4, the Indiegogo. We're over 60% funded with the great Scott Temperament from Ghost Hunters International. It's a great slasher horror movie, and we're almost done funding that, you know. And of course, there's a movie called You're It, with my great friend Ron Rosman. The movie's done. We're just doing a little extra because we're trying to raise money for all them North Carolina people to come out and enjoy the movie on the premiere in February. And that's a great story itself. Ron Rosman is like me, dealt with depression, tried to commit suicide. If it wasn't for the Batman movie with Michael Keaton, he decided to live life, and he created a company called Be Your Own Hero Productions. And he's created this movie called You're It, and I'm the star of it. And we want to make it happen for him, man. Let him know that his life is worth living, that it's a good thing. So it's 2 Indiegogos. I know Christmas is going, but, you know, there's always some extra change around.
There's always a few jingle jangles laying around there. So, but no, Santi, thank you so much for coming on tonight, man. You have been absolutely fantastic.
Hi-ya, buddy. It's always an honor.
Always, my friend, always. I can't wait to see you in Gettysburg. I think that's the next time I'm going to see you. But then we're doing the main paranormal and horror convention in September of next year.
Yes, we'll be out there in Maine next year.
Yes, sir. Your first time up north this way?
No, man. I've been out. I did Maine. I filmed a movie in Connecticut called Deadly Endings with some cool people like my good friend Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp and Terrifier 2. I was out in. I haven't been literally in Maine. So I would love to be out there. I can't wait to be out there. But I always wanted out in that way. You know, I was raised in Lorain, Ohio, visit New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, you know, some of them cool states. But, you know, not Maine. I've never been around in Maine or so forth.
You're definitely going to enjoy it. It's definitely a beautiful place.
Definitely,
So,
man. I'm excited for it, bro. I'm excited for it.
can't wait to have you up here in our neck of the woods.
Let's do it, baby. Hey, pass the word around. You want me out there in Maine more often? Pass the word around. I'll be
We
out there
definitely
as
will
much
for
as you
you.
guys will have me.
we don't got many events up this way, but we could definitely change that.
It's always good to create, make more Hi-Yah Nation shows.
Exactly, sir. All right, well, get your ass back to work and get your elf on.
I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for having me, my brother. It's an honor.
Appreciate it,
Live
sir.
life, follow your dreams, and always be you,
Hi-Yah.
bro. Hi-Yah!
Take it easy, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. So that was Santi on there. Since he was at work, we didn't do a full hour show. I felt bad that he was, on work and doing the show. So extremely grateful to him for that. Ian ducked out there a little bit.
Well, it's being appropriate, making space, and all that jazz.
I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries.
And he just went black.
Whoa! I went dark. Not being appropriate.
Did you lose power at your house?
No, I am trying to figure out my audio here.
Uh-oh.
And trying to punch through the headset here.
Okay. Fair enough. Easy enough.
Yeah, there we go. Much better.
There we go.
Back having the giant, right? No, that's
Yeah.
awesome what he's doing there, and I think some of the things that he touched on, and I have no problem jumping in on, like the whole concept of like maintaining a priority of like mental health and realizing that like we're all in a journey, right? Like we're all in different places, and a lot of the time we get overwhelmed and we get kind of
I'm here.
So I have admin privileges for some reason right now, and
I am still
hello.
here, sir. I am still here. I just went off camera for a second.
No, I know. I was only screwing about. But no, the reality is we need to have a more meaningful and mindful conversation around mental health. And I think, especially up in New England, we're having some really good examples of why paying attention to our own mental health and those around us and that we care about is so critically important, especially in the paranormal field. I mean, I think those of us that are up here and those who are in the know, you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Whether it's self-harm, self-detriment, or self-destruction, we need to be mindful of that. In fact, that he's doing things on that side is, a tremendous thing. And I appreciate that he actually is doing that. Being the father of a 7-year-old myself, who is a sensitive soul. I don't know where he got it.
No
The fact
idea.
that he has that bullying initiative as well on top of everything else is just, that's tremendous work. And I don't know Santiago from, I think I met him incredibly briefly back in June or July, whenever that was.
Yeah.
But the truth is, like, I don't know him from Adam, but what he's doing there, I think is a really good thing, and that's something that we need to. I think that's something that we need to acknowledge, right?
Well, I mean, he's kind of hitting it from all sides too. I mean, he is a disabled veteran that does experience the PTSD side of it and everything like that. And for
Yeah.
those out there that are not veterans or anything like that, doesn't mean you can't have PTSD. PTSD can be formed by the easiest situations. Whereas you would react loudly.
Oh, could be triggering.
Yeah,
It can be triggered by. Okay, I thought you were saying it can be
Correct.
caused by. I was like, I don't know, bud. Might have to argue with you on that one. That PTSD is easy to cause. No, it's true. It's there's a lot that goes on, especially for a lot of military. I have quite a few friends that served and came back wildly different people than when they left.
Of course.
And not always they make their bed every morning kind of way. So no, good. It's good work on there.
No, of course. And I know
but-
I've done a show before prior about men's mental health, as well as you.
Rob, you give everyone PTSD daily.
That is true. I see the chat bubbles pop up, and I'm just like, oh shit.
And to be fair, Russ kind of served too, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm only teasing, and I know I'm only teasing. You know, I'm only joking. Russ
I
actually
know. I know.
served Cheer Force, right?
Chair Force,
Air
correct.
Force. Yep.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, and of course, Rob Army himself.
Yep. We
So,
got quite a few
definitely,
veterans in the space.
yeah, definitely huge shout out to all the veterans out there. It's definitely a big, big thing out there.
Yeah.
That gets overlooked very, very. Oh, excuse me, 11 Bravo. My bad. I get yelled at if I don't state it correctly. God, I'm
I'm a
military all
civilian,
over
so I'm
again.
allowed to call it whatever I want. He was in the Armed National Guard, I think. But
Any worse than that would be the puddle pirates.
come on, Merchant Marines are out there still.
Yeah, well,
But no, I'm not. No, but I will say this. All right, I want to get back to some of the things before Santiago came on because I feel like we can, yeah,
yeah,
be a little bit more upbeat because a
yeah,
little bit heavy, not upbeat or downbeat, just a little bit less reverent, little more irreverent because that's kind of where my sweet spot is. So I don't know if you know, but I do know, because I told you. But the folks out there is tomorrow night on Get Moderated with myself and Julie. I can't force it. He turned off he turned off his camera. I can't turn it back on. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can. Nope, I can't. No,
no, but I did.
Russ is doing exactly what I suggested he do. That this is me. He's doing what I suggested he do. But no, Julie and I are going to be going over to Harstuff Hall. We're going live from the hall for our show tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And so, you're significantly closer than both Julie and I to the hall. So if you wanted to come over, we're going to be getting there about 8 o'clock, setting up, getting everything set. We can all go live in different spaces in the hall and just or in the same space, whatever. Julie and I just kind of wing it whenever we're out. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're more than welcome to come over. And yeah, he is over there smoking, Rob. And truth be told, the reason why I needed a couple of minutes is I had to hit the head because I was in the middle of a cigarette and I was about to dip out when I realized that Russ could use a second hand on this. Um, oh, look at that. You insane that you need to get to work. No.
Yeah.
No, that the hall is a very unique place in that it doesn't take many people to keep that thing
No,
churning. But
not at
no,
all.
we're going to be going over there and would love to have you as well. You can definitely
Fantastic.
swing in. But yeah, so what's going on with you? What's going on lately? I know people were asking, you have any investigations coming up, any plans coming up? So I know we in WPPS have some things planned for next year, but what
Yes.
are your personal plans for next year? Like, what do you
I don't have
have
any
on the
personal plans.
docket?
Nothing lined up. I don't know.
No?
I feel like I've done, so much investigating over the 27 years I've done it that it's kind of hit ahead for me where
Okay.
I kind of need to step back a little bit from it because I was doing it so much so often that it got so like there was a time there I didn't have a weekend to myself to where I was doing an investigation every weekend and it burnt me out real quick and in a hurry.
Okay.
So I've kind of taken a step back from investigating for a little bit, not completely. I'll still go do low key investigations and things like that, but other than that, I have nothing lined up. It's pretty much, being part of WPPS and everything.
Yeah.
We have the hall, we have the house. We have pop-up investigations wherever we do. So,
hmm
um, but
Oh, that's actually
yeah,
a really good point. You need to change up how
that
you investigate.
could be how it is actually, Rob. Could be. Um, but you know how it is up here. I mean, I know you've only been investigating for 2 years now, I want to say.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but like it gets tiring oversaturating the same location over and over and over again. Unless you find a place that, like we do with the hall, where it's
Pretty
constant responses.
consistent changing,
Yeah,
and the call response is very high there.
exactly. So, I mean, when you go into a location like that, yeah, because you know you're going to get responses. But
Yeah.
when you go into these locations that you've done 12, 14, 16, 20 times, and you're getting the same results over and over again, it gets
Mhm.
like to the point where it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Rob, I reiterate, I get it. Let's focus on that at another point in my life when I'm not trying to find a job and everything like that.
Well, I mean, there are certain things. So obviously, like I've made some devices, right? I've got a couple of things here. I mean, if you wanted, I could um create like, I don't know, like an insertable proximity detector for EMFs.
An insertable proximity detector.
Yeah, yeah.
Care to elaborate a little bit?
Not particularly. I'll let people's imagination go down that rabbit hole or up that rabbit hole, gerbil hole, whatever. Um,
Need to make 3 of them.
yeah, yeah. You heard me, Rob. Uh, yeah, but no, I think to me too. I think one of the big things that keeps it kind of fresh and fun for me is when I find that new piece of equipment or I see that new thing again, because there's still like a freshness to me, right? Like I like to track down, you know, how it's made, what actually happens. And I actually just accidentally found a new circuit, and it may be new, maybe not. But I found a circuit pattern that will respond to electrolyte material. Now, electrolyte material is positive ionic charged material. So, anyway, big rabbit hole. Found a new way to potentially a new way to create a form of like EMF or REM pod, similar, except it's
Okay.
not going to have the theremin kind of proximity
Okay.
using LED light diodes. So grab your propeller hat. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Ashley, science has shown that you should let sun shine everywhere. Um, yeah. Oh, I would tear that thing apart so fast, Rob. But no, finding new angles to look at older stuff, right? So you've
Yeah.
used an EMF, you've used a REM pod, you've used, motion sensor things, right? Just tear them apart, see what makes them go. So like, um, so like this, right? You saw the original prototype, right? And
Yes, sir.
then this one's the new launch, right? So get this set up right. Got this little slide piece here, pops up, and then you actually have the internals, which I've gutted because I'm trying to rewire and I'm trying to do it a little bit of a different way. But effectively, what I have here is a music box. So, I have, oh, I just ripped the solder, son of a bitch. So I have a multi-directional, multi-band motion sensor, right? Got my little wiring harness and kit set up to a back switch for the on and off. You have your little voltage regulator. leading to an absurd battery pack because I hate replacing batteries and I hate having to like charge things. So this battery pack I actually figured out will power this device for 14 hours straight of like nonstop usage, and then connects to a rotary music box or
Yep.
an electronic music box or whatever I want to actually connect it to. So it will actually dial in to whatever I want. And with the base voltage meter, you can actually connect it to anything because its output is going to match whatever device you connect it to. So whether it's an electronic music box, a speaker, or anything like that, you have the ability to do it. But this gave me so many hours of, oh, yeah, sure, I'll take anything, Rob. I love playing with stuff and taking things apart and putting things together. But it's got this kind of cool coffin shape and everything like that. When it's done, I'll have my own little device. And then I created that device, and now I'm going to want to test it. I'm going to want to try it. I'm going to want to use it.
Yep.
And so it kind of kicks in that little like eagerness to go out and do things. So although it's a piece of equipment that we've all experienced, that we've all used, right? Now I have skin in the game because it's something that I made.
Yeah.
Like the hours upon hours that I spent like researching and figuring out how to do the different, like how do you have the battery life regulated? How do you have all the different things? Spent hours researching it, right? And then trying to figure out and learn. Yeah, Rob, that's why I'm giving it as an example. Uh, but maybe figuring out some of those different things, or like, I think one of the cooler things that I've kind of toyed with is creating my own dowsing rods, right? Like figuring out, the weighting, the sheathing, creating a little dome. It's relatively simple, right? It's a simple process. It's a simple item.
Yep.
Essentially, bend two sticks, right? Like two rods of copper, and you're there. Except you can do it in a way that it is yours, right? Like you can create the sheathing. You can do like the when you hold it and it kind of floats inside there. You can figure out how you want to do it and make it yours, and then test it out and try it out. Um, and it's a great little time killer sometimes, I think. Um, for me, at least, not for everybody, but for me, doing
Of
those
course.
kind of crafts and figuring that stuff out is like something that I really genuinely enjoy.
Of course. I enjoy the history of places. Like that's I'm a
Okay.
big history. Like I've never been a big technical person or anything like that. I've always been about the bare bones, the history of it, what can be documented, what can be traced back, what can be found.
Okay.
You know, that's kind of so maybe I needed to instead of more so investigating the paranormal, maybe I need to dive more into the records research and stuff like that. And
Yeah. I mean, it all comes down to kind of chasing the dragon for your endorphins, right? Like what's the thing that gives you that like that moment of, all right, now I want to, dive even deeper in this. I want to figure this out a little bit more. And so, you know, for me, it's the building things. For you, it very well could be a situation where, like, oh, I found this particular history. I'm not entirely sure of its accuracy. Um, and being that we are, spooky and stupid, um, let's see if I can get out there and get some confirmation through, call and response, EMF, sounding boards, or anything like that, as just a way to kind of connect everything back to the beginning, of what you're doing, how you started doing it, and why you're researching that particular location in the first place.
of course, every investigator goes into an investigation of a claim of it to be haunted. You know,
Oh yeah,
you,
it's
you never rarely, I wouldn't say never, but
or mnemonic memession.
yeah, nice attempt at pig Latin there, but
No, I
uh
just refuse to.
yeah.
Uh, anyway,
No,
continue.
I get where you're coming from on that one.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah,
I mean it's one of those things where You can never fully guarantee a place is going to be. We've had nights even at the hall. Like we sit there, and everybody out there that was listening, we said we get responses at the hall all the time. We do.
Oh
Do
yeah,
we get
yeah.
responses all
It's
the time? There have been nights
not
it's
a
been
hundred
quiet.
percent of the time. No. On a regular enough basis that like if someone were to ask me, I'd probably say all the time, which isn't entirely accurate. It'd be an exaggeration. But yeah, there's absolutely nights where like we've gone in there and like nothing happens. And that's like Julie and I were there not too long ago. And one of the first times that it was just like her and I soloing up there. Um, and I told her, I was like, never once have I gotten like a negative vibe or like
Mm-mm.
a you don't want to be here vibe. And then of course that night it was just like the energy in the building was just like, you know what? It's not that you're unwelcome. Like the way that I would describe it was just like
We don't
not
want to
tonight.
talk. We don't want you here.
No, it's not even that. It's just like when your kid's
Well, no,
just
like we
henpecking
don't
you.
want you there. It's kind of like you're impeding on our quiet time. Can you not right now?
Yeah, and that was exactly it. It was very much the feeling of like, hey, just like a little bit of space, like personal space, guys. Take one step out.
Yes.
Come out to Marclay Mansion this weekend. Where is Marclay Mansion?
McClay Mansion is, I believe, in PA. Start driving now.
Okay, so that's in. So a quick start driving now. Yeah. That ain't.
Harrisburg, PA.
Oh,
The way Ian drives,
that
this is a
is.
short 6-hour drive.
Well, it's because I don't stop. Let me see here. All right, Rob. I am looking at the directions here. I love that you're just like, come out here. Like I don't have a 6-year-old at home, or I don't. He's actually 7 now. Yeah, man. Russ, it's legit
Don't
six
even
and a half
start.
hours away. It's 6.5 hours away.
Don't start dangling thing in front of me.
Oh, and there's the wife. Uh,
We'll leave him
bring
in
the
the car.
kid. We'll leave him in the car. I mean, honestly, if I gave him his cell phone and a tablet,
His switch.
I
Yeah,
don't even know that he'd notice. If I gave him his Switch and a phone, I'm pretty sure he would just forget
zone
that
out.
where he was or that I was even involved.
He'd probably forget he was in our car.
Mm-mm. No, he always remembers that he's in a car. But like, there have absolutely been times where like he pokes his head up, and is like, "Oh, we're home." And it's like, "Yeah, dude, we've been home for like 5 minutes. I've been asking you to get the hell out of the car." Um, Russ, though, if we hike it, right, it's a 6-day hike. It's 143 hours of hiking.
I've wanted to get my cardio in.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it in 2 days if we apparently cycle. Well,
Ooh.
2 full days, so 42 hours.
Okay, well, I have to have a comfortable seat.
And there is a ferry involved, apparently.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Man, it's not surprising, but the amount of directions that you have to follow if you're going to bicycle uh, is intense.
I'm assuming they're
Yeah,
all
I mean,
all road legal instructions as well.
yeah. None of them are going through woods or anything like that. Um,
Oh, come on. What's wrong with going off the beaten path sometimes?
Absolutely nothing. Richie B does it all the time.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, let me pull this up here.
Why are we hiking?
Because he wants to go back to his chair force roots. It's like boot all over again, right?
Wow.
December 7th. All right. Let me look at the times here. I'm trying to figure It starts at 7, so we'd have to be out by noon. Uh, Ferry, Smith Family Paranormal.
Very.
I would imagine riding a ferry would be significantly faster.
I'm assuming.
Oh, apparently we're busy all weekend.
No, apparently you are.
Yeah, the scheduler has chimed in.
I get that as well.
Well, I know we have a play, and I think she's got shoots this weekend, I think. So yeah, but I think the play is Friday night. I don't think... Yeah, that's a fact, Rob. But no, we have our niece is she is a theater kid, and she has Footloose this weekend, so
Very nice.
it'll be interesting. Oh yeah,
Triathlon, run it like it's
perfect. Yeah,
There we
Rob.
go.
Yep. And so what I'll do is while Russ runs bikes and swims, I will be on the car, and then ferry. Oh, right. We have our Saturday Christmas trip, and then on Sunday we are exploring with Julie from the show
Ooh,
and from WPPS.
very, very cool. Very cool.
But it is coming to the top of the hour, sir.
Yes, sir.
Rob, the equipment guru. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Invent
Anyway,
a time machine, Rob, so we can actually come to some of these events.
right.
Or a portal.
Just teleporter.
Yeah, right.
Let's not bring up portals.
Oh,
Let's just talk teleporters.
right.
All right.
good Lord.
Well,
But I appreciate
your
you
show,
jumping
sir.
on, sir, and helping me out tonight. I really do.
No worries.
Filling in for a little bit and everything. But
It's
no,
been
guys,
fun.
you know, it wasn't the smoothest of shows back, but you know what? We got it done. It was a good guest and some random, you know, blabbing on and on about things unknown.
Nonsense.
Yeah, pretty much. But no,
Yeah.
guys, thank you so much for coming out to the return of Compass Curiosities. You know, it's been a long time. I've missed you guys. You know, I've missed this interaction with everybody and talking to some great guests. So next week, I actually have Josh Purvis from The Searchers as well as Beacon TV. Uh, that will be my guest next week, and I believe we have a couple other people coming on as well. So until next week, guys, you know, keep doing you. And like Rob said, if you're getting bored of investigating, maybe change how you investigate. And we'll leave that with the final thought, just like Jerry Springer. So thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate it.
Hello, sir. Is it just us again?